So an intern says to a doctor, she got my instructions mixed up, and she cut out all exercise and increased her sleep. Well, quite honestly, that's what I did over this past Christmas Eve. And as David just said in his introduction, I'm a Weight Watchers leader, so that was not a very smart thing for me to do. But being a Weight Watchers leader, I'm privy to a lot of conversations, and I get a lot of good tips from participating and from listening to some of the other members have conversations. For instance, there about a month or so ago, I heard one member say to the other, "My God, you know, I can really see the weight gone off you. Your face looks so small. You're looking really pretty." And the other member responds and says, "I don't want to lose off my face. I want to lose off my hair." Right? To which the first member replies, "Oh my God," she said, "Girl, you know, that's going to take body work." And she says, "What do you mean?" And she says, "You're going to have to go to a gym if you want to lose weight here. That's the only way." So, at that point, I had one of those aha moments, you know, that Oprah talks about. And I thought, well, this is just dandy. I'm going to have to start living the Nike life and just suck it up and do it. Because even though I've lost 60 pounds, and I've maintained that weight loss for almost 4 years, I've kind of been doing like an 85% nutrition-wise and just barely a 50% activity-wise. And the equation is you need to burn more calories than you consume. So the indulgence that I allowed myself to have over Christmas cost me 5 pounds. And as an employee of Weight Watchers, I have until the end of February to get those 5 pounds off again. So I thought, I'm going to have to join a gym. I didn't like the idea one little bit. I kind of feel like Joan Rivers, you know, who said that if God had meant for me to exercise or bend over, he would put diamonds on the floor. That was kind of my attitude about exercise. So anyway, lo and behold, we come home from work the very next day, and what's in the mailbox? Good Life. Good Life Fitness. And they have a good deal on, and so you can get a membership at a much lower rate. So I didn't say anything, I just laid it on the table, and my sister says to me, because Karen was kind of like where I am, except she's not supposed to go yet, so she says, you know, I really got to do something to jumpstart my weight loss. She said, I got to get this last 15 pounds off that I've been maintaining since you reached your goal. So I said, yes, and she looks at it and she says, you know, we're going to have to seriously consider this. And I said, way to go. Now, you don't understand, because I've been sort of throwing hints and asking her and trying to encourage her to do this for a while, because I'm one of these people that, you know, I like to have a buddy along to suffer as much as I am. So, anyway, and the fact that she actually suggested this when every other time I said to her, maybe we could join a gym, she said, I hate exercise, I'm not going there, don't talk about it. But now, the next night we go off and we join New Body over in the Avalon Mall. So, the first step is a fitness evaluation. Well, did I ever flunk that one? She takes all her measurements, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I really don't want to see those numbers. She says, that's all right, you don't have to look, we'll revisit it in 6 weeks. I said, no. So don't tell me what's on that. You keep that information to yourself. Right? Then she takes us upstairs and puts us on a stationary bike. Well, I get about 1.5 revolutions on this bike, and I'm thinking, you know, I can really appreciate Ellen DeGeneres when she said on her show a couple of weeks ago, I don't really feel that I need buns of steel. I'd be happy with buns of cinnamon. And that's how I was thinking after 1.5 minutes on the bike. But I persevered, and I survived. Didn't even have to go to the hospital for heart resuscitation or anything. Quite proud of myself, actually. Then the next step was to meet our personal trainer, right? So he gives us a routine, you know, that we're going to follow, and introduces us to the various machines and things like that. Gives me a few exercises that help tremendously with the stress that I carry home from work every day. And suggests that maybe an ergonomic review of my workstation wouldn't be a bad idea. So I have that done. Out comes our occupational health and safety nurse and says, "Oh my God, Kathy, you'd win the prize for the worst ergonomic setup in the entire department." Because what I had was a chair with no arms, so I had myself in as close as I could get with reaching forward like this to a keyboard and a mouse so that I could have some support from my elbow. So right away she gets me another chair with arms. I sit down. Man, another aha moment, right? Working for the government really doesn't have to hurt as physically hard as it actually is so far. So just about every day since we became gym members, Karen and I have had some reaffirmation of the decision that we made to join. For instance, another conversation I overheard between two Weight Watchers members was, you know, I was over to Mom's the other night, and she said to me, "Lorraine, my dear, you're getting a bit fluffy. As a matter of fact, you look like you might have already eaten fluffy." I thought that was pretty good. I thought, yeah, maybe that's how I look, like I've eaten fluffy. Okay. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. Another thing that I saw that changed me a bit was last night I was watching a bit of television. And have any of you seen that commercial on TV where Mrs. got the red house coat and she's bent over tending to the fire, and her kid comes down over the stairs and says, "Santa!" And I turned to Karen and said, "I'm burning my red house coat tomorrow." So I'm over that. But I'll leave you with just one little thought. And this is a quote that I read actually in Reader's Digest by this guy, Jack LaLanne. And he says that energy is king and nutrition is queen. And if you put them both together, you have a kingdom. So now that I've finally got them both together, I'm living the good life in my kingdom. Thank you.